Hey everybody, it's Justin Cousineau here from Remax Crown Realty with another segment of Entrepreneurs Interviewing Entrepreneurs. And I'm here with Luke from Old Rock. How are you?
I'm Luke Roy, the co-owner with Carol Roy, who's really the person of interest, let's say, of Old Rock.
That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Old Rock. So I've been there many times getting the coffee and really like it. So
Thank
tell
you.
us a little bit about what you do in the business.
Yeah, so we're one of those you can call it your very traditional roaster, in a sense that we don't focus on a lot of other things than Uh, we have over 90 varieties of coffee. Everything is roasted fresh. As you can see behind me, you can see the wall of beans. And there's more coffee beans in the back room, but I won't show you that because we're actually doing a little bit of construction there.
Oh, yeah.
And we really specialize in specialty coffee, meaning we have all kind of exotic coffees, but also on the blending sides. We love blending different types of coffee for different tastes. So, for example, the Great Outdoors tastes like as if you're having a percolated coffee when you're camping.
Yeah,
The Shag Badalak is a nice strong one that actually, when you're in front of the lake, it tastes just perfect. So that's what we do.
that's awesome. Cool. In your opinion, why do people love Old Rock?
Well, we have customers that actually repeat customers. We ship coffee all over North America. We've shipped elsewhere as well, but it's the way we roast. It's a slow roast. You get more of the flavor of the bean, and when we actually we blend it, you really get some unique, very powerful but smooth tasting coffee. And that's what we're known for. And we have really dark roast, like Italian roast, and we have Vienna roast. But we do all those type of coffees, and we also have memberships. So I guess that brings people back to us all the time. So I think that's what actually puts us on the map.
Yeah, right. And what do you mean by memberships? Like,
Yeah, we actually people who actually want to have a membership, we send monthly subscriptions basically. So and of course, there's always a few surprises, and if you're a member, memberships as its privileges. So you sign up, and if you use the code vaccine, a little hint there, you'll get 10% off until October of this year. So on
good to
any
know.
subscription you get. So you buy a subscription, you decide, hey, send me anything, or no, I really like the Black Bear's butt. That's all I want. Send me £2 every month, and it works like that. And then you get billed once a month, and you could put a pause on it if you want to. Let's say you're traveling, you want to put on a pause on it, then you bring it back, and it's basically a 1-year subscription, which then you control when you want to receive it or not.
That's cool. I had no idea that you guys did that. That's a good idea.
Thanks. We actually introduced that last year. In fact, the pandemic has actually shown us a few little innovative ideas, and the membership is one. We also have an electronic gift card. So if you want to give a gift card to somebody, the traditional physical, you can bypass that and do an electronic gift card and send it by mail, and then you can get to decide what kind of email you want to send if it's Father's Day and things like that. So that's another thing that we added on the website because of the pandemic.
Yeah, it makes you kind of think creatively and pivot the business, so you could kind of adjust to the time. So obviously you're doing that, which is awesome.
Yeah, we've actually been, I call it surviving. I'm not going to retire, let's say, anytime soon with the revenue that we're getting because of the pandemic, but we're doing a little bit better than surviving. So we're very happy with that.
Good. That's awesome. Do you have anything new or upcoming, like any new products, any new coffees, any new pastries?
So we came out with a new blend. It's a Vienna blend, so it's a medium roast, and we for the pandemic. We called it the without a paddle. So as if you're stuck without a paddle.
Yeah.
And that one is actually selling real well too. Surprisingly, in less than what, 8 months, it became one of the top tens. We always rate our coffees, and it's one of the top tens since then. So that's a really nice plan. The other thing that's new, and I don't think we have any boxes ready, but a new thing that we do is we have a sampler box. So you can order any coffees. You can select. You can decide. I want a Vienna roast, but send me, and we send you 6 different samplers. We do the same thing with our teas, and then we send you the samplers with a little booklet. In fact, I don't have a booklet close by, but and that's something that really picked up unbelievable. In fact, we're shipping them in the U.S. One of the coffees that we have, which is relatively new, and this is a real tasty one, is the Cuban coffee, the Caracosillo. It's kind of a pea berry Cuban coffee. To me, don't say that to anybody, but to me, that is the best value because it sounds expensive at $29 a pound, but for the quality you're getting, it's like, it's a beautiful coffee. So we always have new things, but thanks for asking, Justin.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Where do you guys get your beans? Does it vary? Is it all over the place depending on the coffee or?
Yeah, so we source our beans from, we count now 35 different countries. And out of those, we that's when we take, we do the blending and so on. Also, one of the things that maybe puts us apart from others is that we only pick the highest quality. So for example, Colombian coffee will have 12 different varieties of quality. We only buy the top one. The Excelsos AA, that's all we buy. Oh, wow. So if we use the Colombian in one of our blends, that's all you're getting. So you're really tasting a difference. When you taste Old Rock, you really can tell there's a difference there.
Yeah, exactly. And have you guys always been, you definitely sound like you know your stuff about coffee. Have you always had a passion for it, or did the business kind of bring that out of you guys?
Yeah, so we used to live in California. Okay. And we used to go to the local roaster there. And we used to experiment on coffee and things like that. So we were very happy, let's put it that way. When we moved to Sudbury, we tried to find a similar experience. We couldn't find one. So in fact, Carol started roasting in the basement. Oh man, I had to put ventilation system and so on. But anyway, she burnt a few little mini roasters as well. And people were knocking at the door. We're having dinner saying, hey, can I get some coffee? And Carol would give it away. And then I told Carol, I said, hey, why don't you just ask them for $5? So when she asked them for $5, they would throw $10. It's like, holy geez. And then we went to the farmer's market. We tried it there. And that's how we thought that there was, so it's really a business of passion. Yeah. Even when people order the coffee, we try to ship it on the same day. Wow. So because we cannot think or phantom the idea that somebody would be out of good coffee. Yeah. So we want to make sure that it's out there. So it's really a business of passion, and thank God that we can make a living out of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's really awesome. How do you take your coffee?
So I'll tell you how Carol takes it, and then I'll take you how I do. So Carol likes a little bit of cream, and I also like a little bit of cream, but I like to add honey.
Oh, really?
A little bit of honey. Over sugar anytime. Okay. It's a natural taste. It's not as sweet, and really embellishes the coffee. But when we do sipping or cuppings of coffee, we only do it black, and that's how we really taste. But when it's for enjoyment, like first thing in the morning, a little bit of cream.
Well, that's what I figured, like hearing everything that goes into, blending these coffees and creating these coffees, I would imagine, like I put cream in my coffee as well. And I was thinking, like, would that almost be an insult to, you know what I mean? The process and the flavors, and you're kind of masking it with cream. So I was just wondering how you took it, but.
we have customers that come in and they'll say, "Give me a double double." Now, talk about insulting. But anyway, we get the point. We don't get insulted. We get
Yeah.
the point. People love it with sweetness and cream. And how do you like it, Justin? Just with cream?
Just a little bit of cream. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Depending on the coffee too, like how bold it is. Like the odd, sometimes I'll get a little bit of sugar or honey. I have put honey in, which I like, or maple syrup too sometimes. Yeah.
Yes.
So no, that's awesome.
Excellent.
And where did you get the name Old Rock, or did it Carol that came up with that?
It's the kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're sitting around the table and we're saying, hey, Papa and Mama are going to be starting this and we need a name. So one of my kids said, hey, we live in the Canadian Shield, the Bouclier Canadien. So pretty smart kid.
I didn't know.
And then I asked them, what do you mean by that? They said, well, it's very old mountains. Oh, okay, like an old rock. And that's how we came up with the name. And we reserved it actually across Canada.
Oh, good. Right on. Have you guys, this is pretty much the last question I have, but have you ever thought about franchising or anything like that? Or are you just going to keep it, small time shop for you guys? Or what's the plans there?
Yeah. So we've launched our licensing. We call it licensing, not franchising. Okay. And in fact, we're working on the 6th one. So we already have 5.
Oh, really?
So, oh yeah. We sell these licenses. And really the value of the licenses, or for the licensee, is that if they want, if they're already doing something and they want to complement with some good coffee. So for example, Sessions Ride, you probably know them because they're the bicycle shop in town. Well, they're a licensee. And if you go there, you'll get some really nice espressos. And also we did a specific blend for them. So we have Golden Crust in Timmins. We have one coming, actually more north than there. So that's coming in June. We have Ease Flowers in Minnemoya and Laurentian SGA on University premise. That's another one. And there's going to be, there's 2 more coming now that I counted. So yeah. So we're, instead of franchising, we're licensing the counter.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's a really, really neat idea. Yeah. That's why I'm really glad I was able to do this interview, because you've already shared so much about your business that I feel there's so much going on, and you're into so many different things that a lot of people wouldn't realize or know, so it was cool.
Yeah, at the end of the day, because it's a business of passion, we're a little bit humble, I would say, maybe more humble than we should. I'm an old marketing guy, so I should know better. But I look at packaging. I look at every blend as its own identity. So the black bear's butt, you can see the big black bear, looking like this to you, and you can see without a paddle with the guys in the arm and the la rame. I don't know how to say that in English, but in the air. So we that's where we. But it's wonderful to have people like you that are asking questions about us. That's great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, for sure. It's a pleasure, honestly. So that's all I have. Is there anything else you'd like to add or mention about your business?
No, I think you've asked too many questions. No. You've asked lots of good questions. And if people are wondering, we stay open all the time. We only close 3 times a year, which is Christmas and Boxing Day and New Year's. Otherwise, we're open. Even during the pandemic, we stay open in the morning, during the week and the weekends. And then all shipments, all orders online, we ship immediately. So that goes on without any interruption.
Okay, awesome. Well, again, thank you so much. And I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Justin. Really appreciate it as well.